Hi, St. Paul's. We're back for week 3 of our midweek Advent reflections, and the word for the week is joy for the third Sunday of Advent. This is actually a more traditional association than our other words. Celebrating joy in this third week of Advent goes back at least to the Middle Ages. You might sometimes hear this called Gaudete Sunday. That's just Latin for rejoice. It comes from the introit for the service traditionally is from the Psalms. It begins with the word rejoice, and so it's called Rejoice Sunday. At St. Paul's and at other places, there's sometimes a pink candle. There's 3 blue or 3 purple candles and 1 pink one, and the pink one is lit on this third Sunday. It's also often associated with Mary. It's kind of Mary Sunday, and that comes not because it's pink, but because of Mary's song, her Magnificat, where she says, I rejoice in my God, my spirit rejoices in God, my Savior. And so I want to focus on the word itself, like I've been doing the previous 2 weeks, this word joy. And it might be a hard word this Christmas time. This Christmas is different than other years, obviously, and we might not be feeling as joyful. But then I started thinking about, what does joy mean? And I think sometimes we conflate joy and happiness, these 2 words that are similar to each other but aren't really synonyms for each other, though. Can we be joyful even if we aren't particularly happy? And I think the answer is yes, because I think they are 2 different feelings and emotions. And happiness is something that's kind of brought on by present circumstances. It can be fleeting. It can be something that comes in a moment and passes. But joy is something that is deeper. It's more abiding, because it's not something that we find from our present circumstances, although we might, but we also find joy in the deep promises of God. The promises that are abiding, that are never changing. And so that is where we kind of base our joy. That's where Mary found her joy when she sings her great song to her cousin Elizabeth. She sings of God's promises and what she knows that God is going to do through her. And so joy is something that we look to as kind of a lasting emotion, whether or not we're happy. And so this Christmas time, as we get closer and closer to Christmas Eve, I wish for you the joy of the Lord, the knowledge that God is with you, that God's promises endure, even when present circumstances might not be happy. We can still rejoice in God our Savior.